Hang on, let me get some Kleenex. Hang on, let me pause it because I don't want to hear this. So we lost that. Okay. Hey guys, it's me. Welcome back. Welcome back. Mixie Max is on her bed. She's like taking it over where it's all good. I've had a super stressful day. Not like terribly stressful, but stressful for me. So I get there's my headphones, but this only holds it vertically, so I have to hold it myself. So this is yesterday's hair. All I did was flat iron it and kind of go from there, but it's really not very good. Hey, welcome in. Everybody say hi. Thanks for coming in. And one of my subscribers helped me and helped me off the roof today. I just had a really bad day, and now my new Max is like going crazy. She wants to be on the camera, but she's got a button in my face. So if anybody has any questions, let's go ahead and do that. It would be easier for me. Like, let's do 15 questions. Ask me any questions, and we'll go through them together because I need to get out of my head. My friend spent 2 hours on the phone with me trying to calm me down. So I just need like somebody to say something. So what kind of questions do you want to know about me that I've not answered yet? And you guys know I'm always honest, so I will answer it. Oh God, LD, it doesn't look like it's in English. Let's see. Can you respot it with English? Pardon me while I get Kleenex because I'm having an emotional meltdown today, and my subscriber friend has helped me. Hey Beth, yeah, I can explain what's wrong. I have a combination of things. Sorry, I'm like a mess. So I just went back to work, so that going back to work is new. Some things have changed, and they're actually more strict than ever. And today I feel like pardon my language, they screwed me because yesterday I came in and my computer wasn't up to date. They didn't know I was coming back, so there's a lot of mistakes. And they told me they would take care of it, so I didn't have to worry about it. Well, I came back today, and the issues that were generated on the 14th, they were still there. So, like, why tell me you're going to take care of me and I don't have to worry? It's already a shitty job no matter what. So I have to work a very shitty job. So why would they not, if they say they're going to take care of me, take care of me? And they didn't. So I came in today, and then when I asked a couple of questions, they were like, what are you talking about? Like, where are they coming from? Well, one of them was, hey, Good Friday's coming up, and all the utility companies are closed. So why are we open? First of all, I said, hey, are we open on Good Friday? And I got, yes, unfortunately, yes. And I said, okay, well, I was kind of surprised because all the utility companies are closed that day. So I got a, hey, yeah, good question. We'll get back to you. Like within 2 hours, they noted that we're going to be off on Good Friday and to make arrangements with our families. That's really all I wanted for that particular question. Yeah, I've been crying. Nikki, I don't really have any confidence. And Kalam, I'm sorry. I'm just not myself today. I just want to thank the subscriber that was with me and my friend. She's my new friend and a subscriber, and she's really there for me. And she's very level-headed when I can't be. And she's helping me and taking care of me. Because, believe it or not, sorry, there's a little dust on my screen. Believe it or not, my sponsor dumped me today. It's not really a big deal. It's not a pity party. It happens all the time. People switch sponsors. They switch like whatever. It comes and goes. So Kalam and Nikki, it's hard when you try to put yourself in somebody else's hands, but they don't understand like what they've got. So I'm not retired, and I'm not a spouse. I'm not like independently wealthy. So every question I ask, or everything I have to give is things. Once I settle down and once I and back at my level, I have not been there in a couple of days because I'm worried about my sister. I'm worried about my stepmom. I'm worried about my uncle and my aunt. I just have a lot on my mind. My sponsor is excellent. She's actually the creme de la creme. I blew it. She wanted me to call her every single day and like report in every day. I couldn't do that. I'm trying to paint my house. I'm trying to get back to work. I'm trying to like get back into like the life. And I didn't call her every day, and purposely because the lesbian said she was going to kick my ass. I was scared to go back. If I really could go back to the area, how could I go back to like my life? And she said, not only have you not responded to me, you've not responded to everybody else. Well, yeah, the biggest dyke in the community threatened to kick my ass and make sure that nobody likes me and I'm not welcome there. So I backed off a little bit. It doesn't matter if I didn't. I stopped calling. I did stop texting, but I even in high school, like I might have been 8th grade to like 12th grade. There might have been some bullying, but it was like bullshit bullying. And after that, I got too old for it. And I didn't do it. But this woman is a crime fighter, and too obviously immature to make sure I don't have any friends. And my sponsor picked up what she was pulling down. I don't think it's because it was anything against me. I think she wanted me to like call her every day, make plans, do everything. I was doing all that. I just once I started painting my house and I had to get back to work and like I had to take care of shit. I had to back off for a couple weeks, but you can't in AA. There is somebody that's online called Crackaholics. Crack like a dog. Alcoholics, Crackaholics, and he kind of explains everything from an opposite system. I'm not going fully opposite AA, but it's a channel worth catching up. Let's see if we can find a maxi head. Hang on one second. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look, baby, baby. Hey, baby, baby. Hi, Maxima. Hi, baby, baby. So I was on the roof today. On top of my allergies, all this, and the swellingness in my eyes. I still was working, and I just, until like 4 o'clock, I just said, I can't do it anymore. He said, please don't do this. You're going to get dox points, and it's going to really affect you. And I thought, well, I don't care. I don't care. So my eyes are really itchy. Like these are like allergy eyes. I mean, you have to go put allergy drops in them. They're not that bad. They're not really red. It's just all around it and all around my nose and around my mouth. It's a histamine thing. My sponsor is and was excellent. No, she will not give me another chance. She shut it down, and we're perfectly equipped to do that. Any sponsor or any sponsee is available to shut it down. I shut out my other sponsor because I didn't think she got me. And this lady clearly said because I don't call her every day and involve her in every decision, she's done with me. So I'm going back to a job. I'm finishing up my paint job. I'm trying to like figure out like what my sister needs, and how to account my family. I have a lot of shit on my plate that I'm thinking about, but my sister's not one of them because she's a grown adult. She can do what she wants. When she asks for my opinion, it's like I'm in the middle of work. I'm working on the phone. I can't give it to you right now. Um, love her to death, but I can't do it. My sister is 3 years older than me, but in terms of like time warps, like reality, she's probably what am I? She's probably 32 in terms of her age, her actual mental age. It could be actually younger, so I don't want to describe her as anything. But she's older than me, but she's younger than me, and but I'm a drunk. I'm an alcoholic. But my sister is fucked up all the time. All the time. It's really difficult. Like I'm even if I do fall off the cart, I am like a sweet drunk. I'm just gonna cry and I'm gonna just like shut down. She is the opposite. If she gets drunk, and when she's always like baseline drunk, and I don't care for it. I understand it's in my family line. But even when she adds more, it's still pretty stable until it goes peak and she goes off. So, we're just two different kinds of drunks. So, if I tell you how old my sister is, you'll know how old I am, which I'm trying to dial it back. But, her, she's actually, her situation has been much more devastating than mine because she's been in a halfway house. She's been in, I don't talk about her. I rather talk about me. Because this isn't her channel. It's not my stepmom's channel. It's not my uncle's channel, my aunt's channel. It's not my cousin's channel. It's not anybody's channel but mine. So I'd rather dial it back to me. Like, do I think I ever want to reach their spot? No. Do I think I'm in trouble of hitting their spot? No. But could have an absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Alcoholism is a completely progressive disease. But I'm not trying to give myself the tools and the liberty and the space to do it to fuck it up. I have a new sponsor already. Well, she's like a temporary sponsor. And she listened to me today and she listened. She was so patient. She listened for 3 hours. She didn't sign up for this. She didn't ask for this. And she's not an avid AA person, but and I'm not saying anything bad about the AA woman that I had. She was perfect. I just got like imperfect because I was going back to work, paying my house, dealing with like a bunch of shit, and trying to pay off my bills and like like whatever and like pollen. So I don't blame Anne, the older lady that took me in, but she had to like shut it down because I was not calling every day. I wasn't doing what she expected. And there are some like unwritten protocols. You're supposed to call your sponsor every single day, and that's why I got worded out to begin with because my old sponsor, I call and it's like, hey, what's up? She's like, oh, no, not much. What's going on with you? Because the person that trained me, my imaginary sponsor from the beginning, he was like a sweet angel. He said, you're going to get lots of calls and make sure that you ask them how they're doing. Well, I'm in sales. I know that. But I may not have the paperwork and I don't have the records, but typically, I'm too young in the program to like call anybody and have them ask me for advice or ask me for where they're going. Um, Most of the people are like, "Hey, what's up? How can I help you? What's going on?" Because they know I'm newer in the program. So love Google. You have mental health problems, I think. Talking crazy talk for the last hour. I really don't think I am talking crazy. Hey Nikki, you do have to call a sponsor every day. It's kind of like an unwritten rule. It's like not a permanent rule, but most sponsors like it so they can like help you manage day to day. Make sure you're not loaded. Make sure that you're not making irrational decisions. Um, hey, happy top chick. Thank you for coming in. There is a lot of hate on any channel. Oh, so I see and stuff that you just were working on painting yourself. I was too. So I get it. It's tough. Especially once you clean up. If I could take you downstairs, once you clean up, it's terrible. But at least when the police came last night, I invited him in, and my heart was pounding, and I would normally wouldn't have him in or be worried about like my space. My downstairs looks amazing. I said, "Pardon the little mess. I'm painting, and but if you look at my house, you look around, looked like Miss Perfection lived there." I'm so grateful because I wanted to blow it off last night. I did not want to do it, but I blocked off all the tarps. I rolled them up and I took out the I took everything off. I did everything I could. Um, I didn't do it because I thought the police were going to come. I did it because I just can't live around a mess. So thank you, Nikki. Nikki, will you answer that other guy below you? Because I think you get me. I can't address every question. I don't have every answer. So somebody that wants to answer N and stuff, somebody else answer him. Thank you, Nikki. Will somebody address the guy above you? Actually, I'm gonna time that motherfucker out. Actually, we blocked him from our channel, so any further questions from that person are gonna be gone. I just don't have the room for it. My cold is so bad here because of the allergies. So it makes my nose fat. It makes my nasal labial fat, and my whole area gets red. So I should go down and take a Benadryl, but I don't want to be like drugged up. And I guess we'll go. I am talking, Nikki. I'm so grateful you're here for me. My makeup is still off from yesterday. Thank you. It's mostly 7 gents, I think. Most of it's still on. You can kind of still see the contour at the top of my head. But in the normal daylight, it doesn't show. So, my nose is probably worn off, but all this is not like this is all from yesterday. I didn't wash my face today. It's you can call me dirty, you can call me scummy, whatever. But I have dry skin. I'm an old lady, and it just keeps sticking on. Yeah, I do clean up nice. I'm so sorry. So we're gonna put it on a high spin. We're gonna put it on a positive spin. So tell me what you guys are doing today, and tell me what you did to keep your spirits up. But let's stop. Let's get off the negative train. Okay. All right. Let me wipe off my nose a little bit so it's not so red. Out of this water, and then I'll tell you the story. Hang on 1 second. So don't hang up. I'll be back. I'll tell you the story from yesterday as best I would understand it. Bye. Hang on 1 second. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So hang on just a minute, please. Okay, I guess I should put you on mute. I'm gonna put you on mute because I'm gonna pee. Hang on one. I thought I had blue glasses on earlier, but that's okay. So somebody said, well, like, what happened last night? Was that last question? No, it was on my end. I actually muted you guys so you wouldn't hear me pee. Sorry about that. That's my mistake. Um, I don't know where my glasses just went. I thought I had just on the blue toppers, but when you change your clothes, sometimes they disappear. Um, so anyway, you've got my pink kind of glasses on. So I just spent like 2 hours on the phone with one of my subs that has offered to be my sponsor, which I'm sure she's gonna regret because I'm such a flake. I'm actually a sweetheart of flake, but I just actually think I don't know how. I think you should need to fit AA into your program, and AA have to fit into your life. So like right now, I'm going back to work. I have a lot of shit going on. I'm painting my house. I've like helping my sister. I've got a lot of shit going on. So I can't could I find 5 minutes every day to call my sponsor? I probably could, but I really after the whole thing with me and the lesbian, I really felt like I couldn't. I couldn't, not couldn't. And so I'm looking for I thought I had my where are my glasses? My glasses. Um, okay, so I guess we don't have any other glasses. We had some earlier, so they were like $35 toppers. They'll show up somewhere. So anyway, I called my friend that was a subscriber for my channel. I said, hey, listen, I got dumped by my sponsor, and I need you. And she kind of said, hey, well, cool, but call me today. And because my last sponsor said I wasn't calling enough and I was being like a dickhead, I called her right away, even though I didn't want to. I just wanted to like lay down and go to sleep or whatever. Um, so it's part of the deal is to call and check in with somebody every single day. Sorry, you guys, I'm gonna be rubbing my nose a lot and snotting, but I have terrible allergies. So who wants to hear? Put a one in the chat. There's 28 people here. Put a one in the chat if you want to hear what went on last night with the police. Put a two in the chat if you don't care. There has to be a minimum of 25 votes. 1 in the chat if you want to hear what happened last night with the police. 2 in the chat if you don't, or 0 in the chat if you don't give a shit. We need at least 25 votes. Look at my allergies. So they suck so much. So nobody's voting. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's giving a thumbs up. No shit's happening. So I'm ready to kind of dip out. I'll give it a few more minutes because I'm not that impulsive. Look at my eyes. Pete, I said a 1 in the chat if you want to hear. 2 in the chat if you don't want to hear. Or nothing in chat if you don't give a fuck. There are 33 people here, so I want 26 votes. That Maxie Cat's going underneath the covers. Okay, so nobody's answering. Okay, so I'll tell you as much as my eyes are burning. It sounds like air outside, but Maxie's looking at it. It's somebody bring out their garbage pan. The garbage. So she's very concerned. I hear you, Max. You gotta protect the fort, Max. She's sniffing my bed because she hears noise outside. This is part of having a special needs dog. She just is like so sweet, but so right off. Like, no. So she heard a noise outside that concerned her. She came out from the bed and she wants to protect her mom, and she's gonna sniff here and dig around. So she's going down again. Okay, let's go. Come, Max. Maxie. I don't have a terrible thing to say about this dog. She tries to protect me as best she can, but being special needs, she can't do everything. So let's see. Yeah, let's hear it. Expose everything about you. I'm calling the police. Bye. You guys don't call the police again, or I'm going to hang up. Last night, I called the police. We're getting a lot of troll comments. Okay, so I'll tell you as best I can understand or remember. Last night, I was here at my house. I was downstairs, and all of a sudden, a truck pulled in front of I have 2 spaces. I can't get out the numbers anymore because somebody told me to be more cautious of where I live. So let's just say it's 5005 and 5051. So I have 5005, my car sitting in, and all of a sudden somebody pulls up and pulls into my adjacent spot that I pay for under my name, my number, my name. And they sat there. And I thought, well, it's St. Patrick's Day. Maybe it's an Uber driver. It's going to be fine. And I kind of crouched down. I was literally crouched down in my bedroom crying. And I thought, no, that's not an Uber driver, because the car is like way too big for gas consumption. And it's just not like conducive to Ubering. So I ducked back down. And I, yeah, a skinny outlet. So then I thought, I'll stay down here. I'm gonna stay like down and crouched under so he could so I can peek out the blinds just a little bit. And I let him sit there for about 15 to 20 minutes. Finally, I called 911 because the person was shining their bright lights into my living room. So I thought, this is super fucking weird, and so I shut all my lights off. And I came upstairs and I shut those lights off too. So when I dialed 911, They had just pulled away. So I said, "Hey, listen, thank you for taking my call. This guy is already left." So in my area, that's not a go away call. It's not like a cancellation. You just don't do it. So about I saw the guy drive around the block one more time, and within a couple minutes, I saw two squad cars come in and park near my neighborhood, but like two or three spaces down. So I'm already sitting crouched down in my bedroom. Believe it or not, I was crying, so I had like mascara here and here. And I'm looking at the blinds, and he totally lit blinds up, and I had one blind up with the window up in case I fell asleep because I thought it's just Benadryl. It's not to keep me asleep, but I'll still be able to hear there's some ruckus. So I was trying to get myself together, trying to put on the lights because I shut them all off, and trying to get my dog and get together. So I got Maxie. I got the lights off. I finally went downstairs, and by then there was already like police cars in front of my house going in and out the windows, and there was already somebody hopped out in the back and was in the back area going through my windows. I had Maxie, and I was like, "Holy shit!" She's not only gonna prepare me, or I thought if it's a burglar, most burglars are scared of robberies. They don't care. Like some people say that little dogs are scarier than big dogs. So I thought, I don't care what size dog I have. When I said really loudly, I said, "Hang on just a minute. I've got to get my dog. Just a minute. I have to get my dog." So, because I couldn't hear the police, I couldn't hear what they were saying. So by this time, I had three people swarming my house. So I picked up Maxie and I said, "Who is it again?" And I couldn't understand. I said, "Okay, I have my dog and I'm going to open the door now." So I didn't know what I was in the store for. But I have my dog because most burglars don't like small dogs. And any kind of, if I let her go, I would have to run after her and it would be an excuse to like bolt outside her. Get out of there. So I had my dog in hand in tow, and a little tiny police officer from my town answered the door. And I said, "Would you like to come in?" I didn't mean like, "Would you like to come in?" I meant like, "Come in." They thought, I don't know what they thought, but I called 911 and I canceled my call. That doesn't obviously in my area give up on it. You actually get two squad cars and they're gonna fucking like surround the place. So he asked me what's going on. And by this time, I had my Thrive mascara from yesterday was like full on, and it was down here. A couple of my eyelashes were stuck together, and this like I had a pool of black. And when he asked me what was going on, I was scared and I was shaking. And I said, "Hey, listen, there's a car. There's a car or truck that's been outside my house for 15 or 20 minutes." I said, "It facing in." I said, "I shut off all the lights because I wanted to be able to see out, like from a little angle." I said I was scared because if you look around my house, there's like empty spaces all over the place, empty spaces. So why he was in front of my house in my space number, shooting into my living room, I was scared the fuck off because it had to be 15 or 20 minutes. So when I finally called 911 and they answered, I said, "It's okay, I think he's gone, we're good." Well, obviously they didn't take that. So when they came back, the two squad cars, one guy kind of pitter patted up to me, and mind you, they didn't come to my front of my house. They came like 3 blocks down. I don't know why. So he said something like, and I could already see all the all the lashes, flight, flight lashes in front of my front house, and they were around the back house with the vertical lines. They were shining in my house and they were looking in and whatever. And I thought, I didn't call because like there's trouble inside my house. I said the guy left, but they're not gonna fuck around with a call like that. And so when he showed up, I said, he was talking to me. I said, "Will you please come in?" He said, "Yeah." So I'm painting and like I picked up everything. Thank God I picked up everything the day before because it looked pretty decent, but I still had like a boxes with brooms and, handles and a whole shit and some other stuff. So he came in and I said, I'm so sorry. I just made dinner on fire. It smells bad. I'm sorry if it looks bad because I'm painting and this is all I've got. He said, I don't care about that. He said, tell me a little bit more about what happened. And I said, well, I was here. I'm trying to be dramatic, but I also want to cry and be like a bitch baby. So I said, the the person parked in front of my house in my spot with their lights heading into my living room for like 15 to 20 minutes. And I said I couldn't even get a good grasp on the car or who was in there because I couldn't see from dark to light. So I shut off all the lights and I got really down and I was looking for my bedroom window. You can see it. So I pulled my blinds up for the bedroom window and I tried to look out to see. I really couldn't see anything else, but I also had my ears on and like my spidey senses. So all of a sudden, some white guy like flies from around the corner. He wasn't obviously an Uber driver. I said that earlier in my other comment. He hopped in the back and they just like zoomed around and he went. And I thought, what the fuck are they doing here? And I pointed out to the officer, even after I called him off, I said, what are they doing here? I said, there's like parking spots here and here and here and here and here and all the way around. There's plenty of spaces for him to go. And I said, and if he was an Uber driver, he wouldn't sit in front of my house with his brights on, being like Uber drivers and uh, Lyft drivers are not stupid. They've seen it all and they know what to do, what not to do. You don't sit in front of a stranger's house and shine your high beams into their house and scare the shit out of them. So I locked the door. I called upstairs and went upstairs, and I was trying to explain this to the officer. I said, I've been here 19 years. This is my home. It's just not normal. And when I invited him in, he could see like there's really nothing around, like a big nothing Stephanie. There's a couple boxes with like paint and covers and paint handles and my broom. I just wanted to come in and say like, hey, listen. I said, just look around because I want him to see that I'm not fucked up. I'm not like making this up. I'm not belligerent. I'm not anything. I was literally scared. I said, if he's not an Uber driver and if he's not waiting on another call, why is he here? I said, first of all, the vehicle is too high, too big to be an Uber driver, from my experience. And I said, and second of all, why would he keep his brights on so I can't see in his car? I said, I shut off everything. And so we noticed. And so we were looking around, looking around. And so we talked a little bit. And I say, I've been here 19 years. There's only been one other time that I've like been scared and I've called the police. Please don't hold that against me. And he said, we don't. He said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive around the neighborhood and I'm going to look at every single license plate. Any license plate that doesn't belong here is here. He said, especially if it fits your description. And I told him my description could be far skewed because the lights were on, the brights were on, and I couldn't really see. All I could see was a Toyota emblem, and I thought it was higher than a car, and I thought it was bigger than an SUV. That's all I could get. And maybe in the silver family. That's all I gave them. But he said, I want you to know that we're going to go around the neighborhood, and anybody that doesn't look like they forget, we're going to run every plate in the neighborhood as we run around. If anybody doesn't look like they belong here, we're going to stop them and talk to them. And I guess the important part there is I've never been a cop. Always wanted to be. But cop costumes, cop garb are really ugly. So we said anyone that we think is suspicious or anyone that we see, we're going to talk to them and communicate so they know we're here. I said, okay. He said, I'm also for your comfort, I'm gonna go around the block a couple of times and I'm gonna like make sure you're safe. He did not tell me that there was a second squad car that's parked somewhere. So while he's surfing around the neighborhood and running plates, I had cops running around like with their flashlights like around because like I live back up to like where the deers live and the retention pond. That could be like a high crime place or it could be a super crime place. So, but this guy came from behind and got into the car and they zoomed off. So they were like this between the neighborhood, between the townhomes. I don't have like a backup neighbor, but they kind of were creeping. There was two people literally walking with flashlights. And then I saw the little guy go around again to like check things out. It was a drunk holiday, and we really don't really have anything. We normally have car, if anything, car break-ins. And I didn't even think of that because I was so like scared and freaked out. But if I thought about it, I would have said to the cop, "Will you check to see if my car is open and just lock it?" Because I think they're opportunists. I think they're just looking for like cars that are unlocked or people that aren't there, but there was people around me not there. I was there in my house with my car there. And I may sound like a stupid old lady, but it scared the shit out of me. And he knew I wasn't sticking around because like my mascara, which I don't have on now, it was literally glued together. And anything that ran was down here. And it was all like a clusterfuck. And he knew by my description, my intensity and how scared I was. He knew it wasn't fake. That's why he circled the neighborhood for time and time again for several hours. And he said if he can cock the blinds and just be able to look out a little bit, that's not possible. He said lift one of the blinds and look out again. And I thought, well, I can't see out. I can put the blind that doesn't show me sleeping in bed, but I can put one blind up. And then and I thought, I'm going to open the window. Even though it's high pollen season, I'm allergic to everything. I'm gonna open up the window. So because I could hear, and I thought if I'm half asleep, and I'm scared again. I don't want to go too far asleep because I'm scared as fuck that they're coming back again. All the parking spaces around why they parked at mine and looked right in my living room was so blinding. I couldn't even see out. I had to go upstairs. I still couldn't see out. So unless I turned my lights off, that's the only way I could see what was going on, and I could not see the driver. I could not see. I don't have a full take on the vehicle. I just thought it was a Toyota, like NS, like a truck. Without exaggeration, I never been that scared in about 10 years. To be 50 years old and crawling around on your knees, I was scared as fuck. But I waited 15 minutes to call, 15 or 20 minutes to call them because I thought I wanted to dig around in St. Patrick's Day. They probably have other places to be. Probably no big deal. Stuff I'm thinking is probably just an Uber driver in the wrong space. But as long as I was sitting here waiting to like call 911, I was thinking this can't be an Uber driver. The truck is way too big. And I couldn't really see in because the brights were coming in my house. And I went upstairs, I was trying to look sideways, I could not see anything. I thought, why the fuck are they in front of my house? I watched as best I could. Then I go to the fat girl's house next door and deliver her pizza, and then I go next door to the other lady's place. She doesn't order food, and the other people across the street from me, they really don't order food a lot either because they're all like older than me. Believe it or not, it's possible. So when the little guy said he would sorry. Sorry, I didn't say it yesterday. When the little guy said he appreciates all the information and my detailed explanation, he didn't fuck around. Apparently, the second squad car came from somewhere, parked somewhere else. And the little guy was driving around with his like side mirror or side light on, looking around as much as he could. But when I waited a few minutes because I opened the window and it had like a vision out the door, I already saw like two guys like two guys. They were actually going between the townhomes across the street, and they were looking like in detail. They were like shining the lights all over the place, and they were looking, and I thought, oh my god, thank God, because I had a true scare. And have three guys or four guys show up and actually put their vehicles 3 blocks, 2 blocks down, or three houses down. Walk up to me very calmly. I invited him in because I thought I was going to be like a Melissa shot. But a few minutes later, when he said like keep my light out and keep looking, and when I saw the two guys on ground, I thought these guys aren't fucking around. I'm in a pretty safe neighborhood, and I would not make this shit up. And actually, I couldn't. My eyelashes were stuck together, and my mascara is down here. Is down here. I was in a cute little PJ top, similar to this, and like my little pajamas on the bottom. And so he's getting ready to go to bed, and I'm scared. I said he's going over. I think I saw him circle the area again. And he said, "You don't worry. You don't worry. You go to the most comfortable place in your house, and you make it like a little window." And he said, "And if you have any concerns that's out of the norm, you've lived here forever." He said, "If you have any concerns at all, call 911. We'll be here in a second." So I didn't see really anything concerning after that. And I think with their presence here for like 3 hours was probably enough. But then when I left the apartment complex today, excuse me, to get like a foam ice latte from the gas station, I think I saw that fucking car pull in. I think it was like a ghetto truck, like it was a truck with a Toyota emblem, and then it had like three boards that came up like off this, like three boards. It was not like actually manufactured detail. It was like homebrew. It was so stupid, and it said "In God We Trust." And I thought that looks an awful like the vehicle that I called in yesterday. And I almost called the police, so I said I ran my errand. I came back and I drove around the neighborhood. I didn't see the truck anywhere. And a lot of people use like the Jesus thing to like sell their promotions. It's not unique, but I couldn't see that from the front of my house. I'm not sure. It's just it happened to be the same type color of truck. Um, as what I described, which I admitted to the officers. I said I really don't know if I'm way out or whatever. I could be wrong. And I said this is what I think I saw. I said I saw a Toyota emblem. Beyond that, I'm really not sure. But they believed me. And they were on the ground in between houses and around my house and didn't skip a beat. I think they just pulled around, shut their lights off, and they were looking around. So it's good to know that in my area, they're not gonna fuck around and they don't think I'm a wolf because they would have not taken those dramatic measures to protect me or the neighborhood. Because what I think now in hindsight, I think they were car burglars or house burglars. Why would somebody sit in front of my house in my parking spot, headed in? I thought maybe they broke into my car. I didn't think about this stuff after because I would have asked the little police officer to like lock my car. He was little, but very took it very seriously. Something I said or did or showed show that I'm not dicking around. And he looked. I invited him to look around my house. I said, "I'm sorry, it's in disarray, but I'm painting right now." But the truth of the matter is, was not in disarray at all. It was perfect. But I wanted him to come in because I wanted him to get out of danger. And I didn't want, since he parked like 3 blocks down, I wanted to make sure that he kept that, whatever, for whatever reason I kept that. So I pulled him inside. He said he would come in. And he looked around my house, so like just briefly. He didn't give a fuck what was in my house. He wouldn't care if I was a hoarder house, but he looked around. The house looked pretty fucking amazing. Brand new. You could see where I was painting. And my kitchen's much darker. And that doesn't count. But he looked around with his thing, and he said, okay. And with him kind of stalling for a second, asking me a couple questions, there was more flashlights coming in my house. I'm so grateful, because if I lied and things were not right, who knows what happened. But they believed me. They circled the block, I think I saw 3 times. And I left my window open, even with my allergies, and you can see that my allergies are terrible. Um, I thought my safety, my livelihood is more important than my fucking allergies. Was the person want all my debt? You can have it. But I want to keep my life. And then when I didn't answer the door soon enough, he was like very adamant. He's pounding on the door. He had already been like this all the way around the front door, but I thought, I've got to get down there. So I said, who is this? And I heard, and because they parked 3 doors down, I couldn't really understand what he meant. I didn't know what that meant. So I said, let me go ahead and grab my dog, and I'll be at the door in just a second. They didn't care that my dog is 10 to 14 pounds, and I didn't care either. But a lot of burglars think that like tinier dogs will like bite your ankles off or hurt you. They're just dickheads. So, but I figured I'll take it to work to my advantage. I thought if I opened the door and it wasn't really the police, I would let Maxie go. So it was like instant chaos. I was, oh my gosh, my dog's going, and like it would be like not even a question. I was gonna get the fuck out of there, and I would eventually get my dog back, but I was gonna use her as like bait fish because I was scared. You guys, I'm not lying, and the police knew by looking at me in my house, and like the way I was dressed. My makeup was perfect, my hair was perfect, everything was perfect. But I had like one eye that was down to here, and the other eye was like stuck closed. So nothing turned out about it again last night. But today, when I was leaving to go run an errand, I think I saw the Toyota truck. I'm scared as fuck. This is my neighborhood, and I know, at least in my block, who belongs here and who doesn't. So I guess I dragged it on long enough, and so that's what happened last night. But it really, I was so scared. I was crawling under the blinds and looking through them like this much, because I didn't want, they were looking right in my house. I didn't want them to see me like looking back at them. I thought I'm gonna get shot or raped or fucked or robbed or something, or someone else's, and they're just kind of like containing me. Sorry, I'm not reading the chat, but last night was one of the top, like without it being a death, or without it being a breakup. Like I said to them, I don't know if this is a worker that doesn't belong in the neighborhood, or a car robber, or an ex boyfriend. I don't know. But I'm scared. And he could tell I'm not like, this is not like a domestic violence call. I wasn't taking around, I wasn't fucking with her time. And that's why he said, if you see anything weird, you call within 15 seconds, right away, right away. Find your phone, call us. Because he believed me. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you for all the comments and all that things. I'm sorry to read them. But if I didn't get this out, I wouldn't get it out. Um, my little Rudolph nose. This is all the Carolina allergies. But anyway, at least I know that my local police are gonna take care of me. So, at the advice of a friend yesterday morning, is that as my channel starts to grow, I need to dial it back. I need to stop saying my town. I need to start covering my address, and I just may need to be more careful about what I say, maybe even what state I say. And now my channel's not huge; it's just very, very small, but it's just kind of like a spurt. And the advice was just like dial it back. When you get a little tiny channel, you shared everything. But he said it's time to stop, block it off. And I told the police officer that. I said I had a little tiny itty bitty YouTube channel, and I said, but it's just had a little spurt recently. And I said, my friend told me this morning, like, I need to knock it off, block it off, and keep these people out there because they're psychos. And I said, I don't know if this is a YouTube person or an ex boyfriend or a car robber or a lost Uber driver. I just said they don't live in front of my house for 20 minutes with their lights on. Most Uber drivers are like really conservative with their fuel. They shut the car off, they're gonna shut it down. So, anyway, that's it. So, if I saw the motherfucker this morning, I'm not sure if it's the same guy, so I didn't call immediately, but it looked quite a bit like it. Like a, I don't know the right word, jacked up, ghetto up, like truck with 4 panels on the side. Anyway, I'm done.